This man is dead and he's back in fucking trash. That's hands up and
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Simon Rudkin. Great to be here, truly. Thank you for coming to my show. This means a lot to me. I know there's not a lot else to do in Chorley. Thank you for leaving your caravans and what have you, and coming here this evening. I appreciate it a lot. I know there's not a lot else to do in Chorley because I had a little look on TripAdvisor, top 10 things to do in Chorley. They only managed 3. Number 2 was go to Manchester. Thank you, particularly for making the effort, because there's a lot of strikes at the moment. Everyone's on strike, aren't they? It's getting a bit silly, isn't it? Have you heard the train drivers' latest demands as they want to work from home? NHS is so overstretched. Last time I saw my GP face to face, I was starstruck. Except they just, gee, this is insane, man. I've been wanting to see you for years. This lump has grown. Mad, isn't it? Well, they're obsessed with trying to stop the boats, stop the immigrants. Maybe if the government just showed them what it's actually like to live in the UK, maybe that would put a lot of people off coming here, wouldn't it? So listen, thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming to my show. Before we start the show, I've got to say hello to the front row here. A couple of empty seats front row, not as popular as it used to be. But welcome everyone. Liking your sparkly outfit. That's a very cool thing. How's it going? Is it good? Is it a good outfit? Is this are you on your way? Is this the whole night, or is this the beginning of the night? Is this the end of the night? The only bit of the night? Well, that outfit is for me and my show, and I very much appreciate that. These lights are looking good. Are you here with your mates? Is your mum and your sister? It's a family event going on here, and there's your husband over here, a couple of seats down. Are you Chorlolians? What are Chorley people called? Sort of unlucky. What are they called? What are they? Chorleans. You don't know. You're from Nottingham. She's no idea. She's telling you, typical coming in from the outside, telling us how to live our fucking lives. Are you a Chorlolian? No. What are you? Blackburn. That's a sparkly outfit's not going down so well now. How are you guys doing? Are you okay? Front row, are you, what's going on with this family thing, mates thing? Your dad? That's nice, isn't it? Your dad? And how old are you, fella? 27. Nice, yeah, your dad. Saturday night. That's cool, I like it, my friend. What do you do for a living, dude?
I sell stationery.
You sell stationery? Okay, you ever move, or is it? Come on, I'm working up here. Give me some respect for this. Thank you. Excellent. What sort of stationery? Pens and pen. Nothing exciting. Well, it depends if you want to draw something, then it's bloody exciting. You need to have a perkier attitude. It's very exciting, mate. Without a pencil, what could humanity have achieved? Well, with the pen, quite a lot, I imagine, but the pencil has been key. You're selling something key there. How many? What's your best pencil? If I phone you, I want you. I've just won the lottery. Not a lot. It was a scratch card, but I want to splash out on one of your top pens. I'm not interested in the price, mate. I want your best pencil. What are you going to say to me? First of all, you'd be fucking yes. Why would you ring you if you won the lottery? Thanks for ruining this whole act out. He's a fun bloke, isn't he? But you wouldn't ring me because you don't know my number. Just go along with it, mate. I phoned you up. I said I didn't win a lot. It was a Parker pen. You didn't tell me you sold them. I was looking for a pencil. A Parker pen. Okay. And what's your best? The best you got, the Parker pen? Yeah, what is it? Which one? What Parker? What Parker pen? Just, you need to get some love for your craft, mate. No wonder you're still hanging out with your dad and you're not making enough money to pay for your own tickets because you've not got the spark. You won the lottery, you say. Congratulations, firstly. And may I say that you have phoned precisely the right place to spend your millions, because I have the finest of pencils for you, the 2B. Yes, good for drawing and for writing. Let's meet. All right, that's what you've got to do. Give it a bit more spark. Let's try it again. Just phone you up. The whole of the first half is with this guy, by the way. So just. How you doing over here? You okay, mate? Yeah, yeah. All right. Don't be so enthusiastic. You thought if you don't make eye contact, you'd be all right. I think a lot of serial killers think that's all. You've sat in the front row, and you are A1, and you're saying, didn't think you'd notice me here. You bought that ticket to get noticed, my friend, and you certainly wouldn't wear those pair of shorts if you didn't want me to take the piss. That's what she said. Blame her, yeah? You're not making eye contact with her, are you? What do you do for a living, dude? Do you want to phone a friend with that one? To your assistant or something? He seems equally clueless. What do you do? You fit meters for British Gas. Yeah, okay, yeah, you shouldn't be so hesitant about that. It's a job, it's a steady job, and you fit in some meters in for British Gas. And this lady, because there's like a similarity going on there. You've got similar. Are you not with them? You are with them, aren't you? Come on, don't tell fibs, because you've both got similar outfits on, and you both got similar outfits on. What this is called swinging, I think. How you doing over here? You okay, mate? You good? You good? You've got your glasses on? Your sort of old school glasses. Is it a medical thing before I take the piss? Safety glasses. Jesus. What are you expecting to happen here? We can go on to the comedy, but wear your safety goggles and your hazmat. You never know what to do. What are you wearing? Are they safety glasses, or are they
I
called?
brought my normal ones, so I have to wear my little ones.
You got your what? You forgot your normal. They really are safety glasses. He's literally forgotten his normal glasses. And he's brought his what? It's a very sweet story. It's like a kid that's got. I've forgotten me normal ones. So what do you do for a living? Something.
Electrician.
It'd be funny if you just become an accountant. You're an electrician, yeah. And those are what you wear. You work with for the sparks and stuff like that. And you fit the meters, and these down there could be a little bit of a chit chatting going on in the interval. Are you an electrician as well, or you just? You don't know much about yourself, do you? In the interval, have a little chat with yourself, find out what you do, whether you're an electrician, just the basics, why you sat in the front row, all those sorts of things. You know you're an electrician, don't you?
Yeah, I hope I do.
You hope, yeah. What sort of stuff do you specialise in?
It's industrial.
Industrial. There's no fucking about with the house. You want the whole bloody power plant. You do. And what have you done recently? What industrial electricity?
We're working paper mill.
You work in a paper mill?
Yeah.
A lot of potential sales there, mate. Excellent stuff. Loving it. All look like a happy bunch of people. And in the corner, how are you doing? Are you okay, guys? Yeah, okay, yes. What do you do for a living, madam? You were hoping you wouldn't ask. You do accounts. Don't be so down on yourself. Come on. I mean, it's fucking boring, isn't it? But it's bringing in the money. Accounts. What company are you accounting for? You make roller shutters. I like you lot. You're handsy, innit? In London, everyone's with the money. You lot are making things and selling pencils. It's pitiful up here, I'll be honest with you. It's a really sad scene in Jordan. I don't know if you've heard the phrase, a country gets the politicians it deserves. What do you think we did? Liz Truss, yeah, to get her, Matt Hancock, Boris Johnson. I actually now regret handing Theresa May that P45. Yeah, should have handed her a note of encouragement. fancy going a few more years. I mean, Liz Truss, what was that about? Liz Truss as Prime Minister, what was that? Was that work experience? Was that something for her to put on her CV, mention at future job interviews? Thanks for coming in, Liz. I can see you were Prime Minister of Britain from October to October. And you went on to become Assistant Manager at Nottingham Pure Gym. We've got Rishi now, don't we? Rishi's I don't know about him. He just looks like the sort of bloke who still gets tucked in every night. Just imagine, night, Rish. You done a wee. Good boy, I've checked all the cupboards for monsters, honey. It's all in your imagination, okay? Poor people aren't real. We weren't allowed to vote for either of our last two prime ministers, were we? That's weird, isn't it? Britain's Got Talent is more democratic than Britain. Isn't that not weird? Like, the only chance any of us have had to vote for an MP in 3 years is when Matt Hancock went on I'm a Celebrity. That was it. That was like a great day for British democracy when Matty Hancock, he went on I'm a Celebrity. He's very clear why he went on, by the way. He said he wasn't interested in the £400,000. That didn't cross his mind at all. He said he went on for 2 reasons. One, he wanted to raise awareness of dyslexia. Yeah, I've heard some shit in my time. 2, he wanted us to get to know the real Matt Hancock. Yes, I thought that we already did know the real Matt Hancock. Do you remember the really incompetent health secretary during COVID who bought 5 billion quid's worth of PP that holes in and was telling us all to stay away from everyone that we work with, meanwhile he was banging someone in his office? Yes, apparently that is not the real Matt Hancock. I felt like a right nana when I found that out. The real Matt Hancock was the guy doing the Celebrity Cyclone Challenge on I'm a Celebrity. He was great, the real Matt Hancock, such a laugh, and so good at the challenges. Not like the old bloody non-real Matt Hancock, he was rubbish at challenges, wasn't he? Do you remember the Keep COVID Out of Care Homes challenge? He was useless at that, wasn't he? But this guy, with the challenges, amazing. You should have seen him on the Celebrity Cyclone Challenge. You have to go up this slippery slope, there's gums on the floor, they're throwing big bouncy balls at your face. You've got to pick up all the stars and get to the end. He got 3 stars, he did brilliantly. I saw someone saying, my grandma is not here because of Matt Hancock, this feels disrespectful. And I just thought, stop being so petty. See how many stars he just got? 4, thank you very much, did a great job. You know what? The public forgave him, I guess, because he came 3rd. He got the 3rd highest number of votes. That's how it works when I'm a Celebrity. You get the votes, depending on where you finish. 3rd, he came 3rd. People were less willing to forgive the other contestants. Like a friend of mine, the comedian Sean Walsh, people who work for were willing to forgive him because what he did, frankly, was unforgivable. Before he went on I'm a Celebrity, he went on Strictly Come Dancing. Do you remember? Yeah, he had a girlfriend at the time, kissed another woman. Yeah, right? Whereas Matt Hancock, all he did before I'm a Celebrity, he let COVID rip through care homes and kill 50,000 residents. So, and then kissed another woman. It is totally different because he didn't have a girlfriend at the time, by the way. So he had a wife. It is very, very different. He had an affair with one of his aides. Yeah, I don't know what an aide is, but I wouldn't mind one actually. They seem up for it. What would it take for someone not to forgive someone who goes and I'm a Celebrity, sat there watching next year? Do you know what? I didn't like him at first. He's won me over. I'm going to vote for Putin. You know what winds me up about Rishi being so loaded is the whole economic crisis we're in at the moment could be sorted out with his wife's credit card. Yeah, he was an investment banker. Probably don't get a lot of investment bankers in Chorley. It's not a very popular job. I asked someone at a show in London what they do for a living. Too embarrassed to say they're an investment banker, so they said they traffic children. It's because they're loaded, isn't it? These bankers with loads of money, and they brag about how little they know, don't they? So I left school when I was 16, I knew nothing. Now I've got 2 houses and a Lamborghini, because I've got something you can't teach. No principles. We've got to tax certain people a little bit more, I think. I mean, it's a bit unfair at the moment. Here's what I'd do. I'd say if you drive a car with a personalised number plate, you should have to give everything you earn to the government. Yeah, because you clearly can't be trusted with your own money, can you? Right, paying hundreds of pounds to let everyone know you're a dick. Right, as if the Audi wasn't a big enough clue. I was watching a Formula One Grand Prix the other day because I couldn't find the remote. A lot of money in Formula One, a lot of money, because the bank sponsor a lot of the cars. So we got together, had a meeting. Listen, guys, we're making so much money. Let's piss some of it away and sponsor Ferrari. Yeah, because for 500 million quid, we can have the name of our bank that everyone's already heard of written on the side of a car that's going too fast for anyone to read. Gosh. So they sponsor these cars. And then the cars have got loads of money, like huge amounts of money. So the cars come in for a pit stop. 25 people surround the car, these mechanics. They change all 4 tyres in 3 seconds, bish, bosh, bash, which is, it's impressive. It makes it a little more irritating when you pop into Halfords and the guy says you might be able to get 1 new tyre in by Thursday. These guys, they deserve the money they get paid. Probably they get paid a fortune, big selling, but it's a pressure job, it's a skill job, whacking these tyres. But then I see there's a guy in every pit crew, he doesn't change the tyres at all. He's called the jack guy. Now the jack guy lifts the car up and down with a jack. So when the car's coming for a pit stop, this is what he does. The cars come in for a maximum 3 times a race, and they stop for a maximum 3 seconds each time. A hard day's work. For the jack guy is 9 seconds. Yeah, he gets £150,000 a year. He works every other weekend, yeah? These guys, there's only 23 Grand Prix in the season, so these guys put an annual shift of 3.5 minutes. What does an NHS worker get? How many hours does an ambulance driver put in? Yeah, and what they get paid, 20 grand. It's, you know, and it's such an important job. It's not a hard job, I admit, but no, ambulance driver, come on, giving people a lift to hospital. You know, most of the time they're dead. It's not like the pressure of an Uber driver then they rate you, but it is an important job. And they're not paid enough money, are they? And they don't pay people enough money, not enough people want to do the job. So that's why you have a shortage of ambulance drivers, and that's why it's 90 minutes wait time for an ambulance to get to you on average in an emergency. Short-term fix, me thinking here, you know those bellends who drive those souped-up little Vauxhall Corsas with the fat exhaust, cane it past you 130 miles an hour, some little country road. When the coppers stop them, don't ban them from driving, make them drive ambulances. Yeah? I'm afraid the nearest ambulance to you this evening, sir, is over 30 miles away. The good news is, Wayne's driving tonight. Should be with you any minute now. Yes, that's this drum and bass you can hear, actually. Get in, bro, let's go! Be honest with you, there's not many painkillers left back there. Ketamine has been consumed. I had to call an ambulance on my birthday. And because I've taken a night off to go for a little birthday dinner with my wife and my 2 kids. And I don't often take a night off doing this because I love doing this. This is so much more fun than being with my family. You're listening to me, it feels pretty special. So we're all changed, about to leave the house, restaurant booked. My 12-year-old daughter announces that she no longer wants to come with. So we have to abandon the whole thing. My daughter, she's 12, she's super intelligent, but she does this sort of thing all the time. She's designed to antagonise us, and like me and my wife, we haven't had her tested for it yet, but we're pretty confident that she's a bit of a cunt. So it was common apparently. So I out of frustration, I kicked the front door and I split my foot, broke my toe, blood everywhere. I was screaming in pain. My wife calls an ambulance, said it was going to be a minimum of 2-hour wait. So she called an Uber instead, and it came in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, the driver was a doctor from Iran, and he saw me straight away. Give me some painkillers, bandage me up. Still giving 4 stars. English wasn't perfect. You know what? If you thought our leaders were bad, I was reading about Iran. Now, well, I wasn't reading about it. I saw something on the telly, but it makes Sarah, you know what we're talking about, don't it? I didn't even see the whole programme, it was as I was walking through the living room. It was on mute, it might not have even been Iran. Alright, I watched a TikTok about Iran, okay? Now, Iran, they've got this leader, right? He's Ayatollah Khomeini is his name, right? He runs the whole country out there. Yeah, even though no one voted for him. Thank God that would never happen over here. Now, this guy, he's a religious leader, right? Religious leaders like Ayatollah Khomeini, right? They are all these rules. You can't do this, you can't do that. He's a right nutter, right? So, in Iran, he's stopping women from having a dance or a sing. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. Get your head around that. Men can't drink alcohol or suck each other off. I don't know why he's like this, because God's actually really fun, yeah? You believe in God. God created everything, didn't he? The Dodgems, that was God. Yeah, water slides, Colin the Caterpillar cake, all God. There's this dildo, right? And it's got like a dick on both ends. So one woman put one end in her vagina like that, right? And then another woman at the same time puts the other end in her vagina like that. And then they'll both like, sorry if this is turning anyone on. And then they'll both fuck this dildo at the same time, like, and the other woman's the other side with the same dildo, like, that's God. He's the most fun, right? So why in Iran are women not allowed to show their hair in public? Well, it's because Ayatollah Khomeini believes that God hates women's hair. And if you were to say to God, God, what is the thing you despise the most? Almighty, all-knowing, all-being, God, Lord. You'd think he'd be saying like famine, poverty, disease. He'd say, I cannot fucking stand women's hair! It blocks up plugs! It gets in your suit! And I hate it! Why do you think I killed Jesus? Because of his girly fucking bonnet! You know, in Iran, right, women's hair is seen as like a sexual thing. So yeah, you know, women in Iran, you walk down the street, you know, there's people shouting, get your hair out for the lads! So a popular search on Iranian Pornhub, big, bouncy, natural, massive hair. And so they've got this morality police, and they're arresting women for showing their hair in public, putting them in prison, because they believe Iranian society will fall apart if men in Iran were allowed to see women's hair, because they do all the top jobs, right, in Iran, and then they'd see women's hair and they'd get aroused, and if they kept seeing women's hair, eventually they'd come, and then they couldn't concentrate on their jobs at all, because, yeah, okay. Wow, this is quite some scene. Luckily, no one's noticed the door's open. Just to say, this is funnier than anything I have this evening, so I'm just going to take a seat and watch this, because this is tremendous. This is one of the strangest moments in any comedy show, I think, around the world. It's the persistence that's making me so amused. It's the, yeah, fuck it, go off, lads, he's joining, he's, yeah, let's get everyone in the theatre trying to close the door. Yeah, because you know what was, oh, that, I'm almost a bit sad that it's closed. I almost wanted that just gone for 30, 40 minutes until people just start drifting away. Hours, and it's just me just going, because the funny thing is, before that door was closed, it was closed. And someone thought, what was that? That was amazing. What was that? What happened? Anyone want to share with the group? Because she was trying to find the toilet. Well, normally the old, he was trying to find the toilet. And he didn't find a toilet. He found, it's not a very good toilet finder, is it? If there was one person to say, don't let them find the toilet, it would be, it wasn't that person. So who is she? She works here. She works here. She actually gets paid to disturb the show that much. Incredible job, guys. It was that guy. It was that guy who was like doing things like this so we won't see him. It was that guy who came out the toilet rubbing his nose suspiciously. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. This is Panther. This is the best show I've been to. the most fun show. Who was it? So who was that person? Who was that person? The lady works here. Who was that person? It was this guy. No, he's saying it was. Oh no, it wasn't. No, we need to do this at Christmas, really. This is tremendous. Bring out some pencils, do something. Oh, amazing. Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? She's admitted. Wasn't her? Who are you? Who are you? Estelle, I didn't recognise you because the lights. Estelle is the lovely lady who is can bring me food in the dressing room, bring all sorts. She didn't open any door. She knows all the doors. So what you just, you saw what was going on. You come just in the nick of time. Comedy timing is everything. This is turned into some sort of farcical play. This is. I'm actually just going to take a seat there. Fuck it, just watch. He went in the loo. There's curtains in the toilets. Very simple here in Chorley. Close the curtains, love you. Taking a shite. Maybe that's why someone opened the door to get the smell out. There's obviously no flush system in Chorley. Open the door, get rid of the smell. Send it to Blackburn. Who went out? The bloke who went out, he's too embarrassed to, he's just gone. He's gone. Oh. Don't let him back in. Well, the door's closed now. I don't think we should open it. I think wow, what a moment. I'm just going to sort of end the show, the whole show there, because nothing, I tell you, I can work up there, I can work a script for years, spend decades, and you can't beat the Chorley door incident. The famous Chorley door incident. I kept talking about that for years. Workers down the electricity factory, the paper mill, and at the pencil factory. And the accounts, they all talked about the Chorley door incident. The man opened the door, couldn't close it. Staff came, no one was able to do it. Estelle come along, she closed the curtain, got wrong end of the stick. Amazing. Oh, thanks for providing just the funniest moment of my whole tour for me. Brilliant. I think I was just talking up here, wasn't I? Something boring. Sorry, I've got to go back to me now. If anyone wants to set an alarm off or just try and run through a wall, just fucking go. Normally heckling not allowed. Please do. Let's turn the lights off of me and just on to you. We can't go back to Iran now. That moment has gone. It was a protest, didn't it? Don't let them talk about Iran. Just do something. I don't know what to do. Just fucking open the fucking door. I'm off his stride. Yeah, just fucking open it. Because no one can close that door. Yeah, it's unclosable. Last time that was open, 1909. They only closed it in 1982. It was unbelievable. 70 odd years of trying to close that bloody door. Amazing. It's little theatre. Their design was for big theatre, but all their energy was taken and closing to do. This is good. North, you lot better than it's more fun. You're more fun. You're more generous. You're nicer people. You know when you consider how little you have. Better than us in myself. You know, I was because I was in Blackburn, Blackpool. It wasn't Blackpool. Actually, it was at Burnley. Might have been Bradford. Some never give him a shithole. Nicest bunch of people there, honestly, really generous and kind. And I was in the train station getting a cup of tea, and the lady serving me sees him in a hurry to get my train. and I'm frantically searching my phone to tap in to pay for the cup of tea. And she says to me, "Don't worry, love, just grab your tea and go. You're going to miss your jet, bet honestly, don't owe me now, just go." And I stood there just thinking, I didn't get any of that. Nothing. I just couldn't understand the word. But partly I was confused because you're in London and someone's serving you a cup of tea, so you're in a hurry to get your train. He'll slow down. Looks like you're not making that train then. Won't be able to run with that. Sorry, I put on the wrong size lid.
Oh,
It's £14, please. London is a rip-off, right? But that's why the economy's working. There's skyscrapers, indoor toilets without curtains. It's amazing, you know. Up north, you have less, but that's because you're generous. You give everything away, you know. Just take it, love. Take it in, God. You're gonna miss it, honestly. And you know what? Grab a bicky on the way out, honestly, love. Yeah, take a few. Don't have a pie. And a cake, take the whole thing, put it in your bag, love, and you know what, have a baguette, yeah, they're fine. Yeah, you know what, don't get your tray, live with me, come on. Nicest Londoners, you know, I get off the tube, and there's a busy station, and there's, you know, everyone's in a hurry, and the ticket, there's a group of Northerners at the ticket barriers. What do you call a group of Northerners? It's a poverty of Northerners at the barriers, and they're taking a little bit longer to tap in. You know, they're not used to paying for things, and just no one helps in London. It's just hurry up, you know, get a move on. Someone drag them out, shoot them. I think I heard. You're lost up north. When you're lost up north, you look care, you help. You know, are you all right, love? Have you anywhere to stay? Don't worry, neither have I. Come with me, let's just walk. You're going to London, are you? You know what, I won't go in there, but I'll give you a lift. Come on, hop on me back, let's go. Nice, it's just kindness, you know. London, you're asking for help from someone in you thought he was going near the door, wasn't he? Risky, just brushing past that door. Could be a whole hour-long wait till the next word said by the comedian. You been in London? Been lost in London? Yeah? Excuse me, I'm looking for Leicester Square. I don't give a shit. Just, no. Just shut up, turn around, say one more word, I'll stab you. I'm sorry, officer. Police, the police. You know the police saying they're going to go on strike next? So women will finally feel safe. You won't let me take the piss out of the police, will you? That's not allowed in Chorley. You won't let me rip the piss out of the police. Happily let me call my daughter a cunt. Not let me mock the police. They're rubbish. I don't know how they are in Chorley, but in London they are useless. I mean, they keep asking us for help, you know. Have you any information on this murder? I didn't even know it happened, you know. Make some inquiries, but I've had no training whatsoever. Shouldn't you be dealing with this sort of thing? Yeah, how many murders do the police solve a year? Yeah, not including the ones they've done, obviously. No, they do a couple a year. I think it's just to improve their statistics. Right, detectives, we've got 6 homicides. Any leads, lads? Oh yes, Sarge, I did that one. We've only bloody solved one. Well done, bastard Dave. Promotion for you. Rubbish, aren't they? Burglaries don't even bother. They don't even bother tell the police. They're not interested. You get a pre-recorded message if you've been the victim of a burglary. Please give your details and a clue. 6% of burglaries is what they say they solve, and I reckon they've rounded up from 0. They're not burglars. Most burglars, sadly, are smack addicts, aren't they? Not like criminal masterminds. How they're not stopping these guys, you know? Mr. Brogan, we've had a thorough search of your property. I'm afraid there's nothing we can do because the assailant left no evidence that we can find in your property. Okay, officer, the man shat in my kitchen. And he's still asleep in there now. It's got to the stage, if the police solve a crime, we're surprised, aren't we? If you have your bike nicked, and then you get a phone call from a police officer saying they have found your bike. And they've arrested the bloke who nicked it. Oh, fuck off, Dave. People are taking matters into their own hands now with the police because they're not. Have you heard of paedophile hunters? Yeah, they're not the guys on the horses. That's the fox hunters. Totally different crew. It'd be great if that was how they hunted paedophiles, eh? Posh toffs on horseback, packs of dogs giving them the scent. Anorak, go. It's not how these guys do. These guys are they hunt paedophiles. They pretend to be children, is what these guys do. This is online, by the way, they're not in playgrounds. With a yo-yo and a net, go on! They're going online and they're setting up an account that makes them look like a kid. So they look like a kid, and then eventually they'll sort of be, the paedophile will chat to them, and they'll suggest meeting up after a few weeks. The paedophile will say, you want to meet? And they'll say yes, and they'll turn up and they'll film it all and they'll say, I'm not a paedophile, I'm not a 12-year-old girl, I'm a paedophile hunter, and you're under arrest, mate. And they're catching a lot of paedophiles like this. But the police aren't happy about it. They're saying it's interfering with their investigations, so they are trying to catch these paedophiles by pretending to be paedophiles. Setting up an account that makes them look like a paedophile, and then they're chatting to the paedophile hunters who are looking like children, and then they'll arrange to meet and they'll turn up, film the whole thing. I'm not really a 12-year-old girl, I'm a paedophile hunter. You're under arrest. Well, I'm not really a paedophile, I am a police officer. You're under arrest, mate. Yeah, this is happening all over the country, these operations. In fact, if you ever see a couple of people arguing on the street, there's a high chance what you're seeing is a police officer and a paedophile hunter at the end of a sting operation. My theory is Prince Andrew is an undercover police officer. The police, you know what, I feel bad for the police because I'm giving them stick, but they don't have the resources, do they? Have you seen what they've got, the equipment we give them? A high-vis vest, a notepad and a torch. We want them to catch criminals. They're barely equipped for a camping weekend. Amazing, isn't it? I mean, not like that in America. Every American cop has got a gun because all the Americans have got guns. It's crazy, the situation out there. I'm so happy we don't have the same gun laws as in America because, I mean, I worry that I would shoot a lot of people. The person who opened the door. My daughter. Maybe my son as well. Can you cut my crust for me, please, Daddy? Oh, can't you manage, honey? How about now? I thought so. If I had a gun, I wouldn't rob a bank, right? I'd use it to get an appointment with my GP. Yeah, just burst into that waiting room. Poof. Okay, listen up, everybody! Okay, I didn't want to have to do this! But I got no choice! I've woken up with a stiff neck! And I'm on 5-a-side tonight! And I've been on hold since this morning! So I need to see a doctor today! Receptionist wouldn't take shit. Receptionist have a sawn-off shotgun behind the desk. No one gets the same day appointment unless you need emergency care. Now you're eligible. Please phone the surgery tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first half and the 4 incidents. Go grab a drink. We'll see you back here in 15. Welcome back to the stage as Simon Broken! Meghan. Ooh, no other couple makes people react like that, apart from Fred and Rosalie West. I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary, and before I watched it, I wasn't a fan of theirs. Now I've actually heard their side of the story. I prefer Fred and Rose. I started off, I wanted to like them. They were making interesting points about racism and misogyny, but then they started calling each other H and M, and I just thought, oh, do fuck off. By the time Harry was describing the particular date with Meghan as the night they, quote, pulled the pin on a fun grenade, I actually started rooting for Prince Andrew. If you haven't seen the documentary, Ginger Royal meets fit American actress and then discovers that racism is actually a bad thing and that monarchies aren't fair. And then they don't stop banging on and on and on about it like a couple of first-year university students smoking a bong. Honestly, I mean, Harry in 6 hours said more on camera than the Queen did in 96 years. And a lot of that she said to Paddington Bear. Harry says, how do you explain to someone who you've just started dating they have to curtsy to your grandmother? I'm thinking, well, like, maybe just explain that your grandmother is the fucking Queen. And you're in the royal family, and if you weren't in the royal family, Meghan wouldn't be with you. They were not happy that to pay for their own security, and so they did the documentary, got 100 million quid for it, good for them, hopefully it'll time over till the summer. Unless Harry goes on some spending spree and buys Jack Grealish. They were not happy about paying for their own security because they were worried about their safety the whole way through, and I kind of get it, after 6 episodes, I wanted to attack them. There's just something about them. I don't know what it is, they're just not my people. I think they're the sort of couple who look each other in the eye when they fuck. These are twisted people, these are not like you or I, these are warped souls. There's one thing I love about Harry and Meghan, that's how angry they make Piers Morgan. Yeah, and the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail hate her. They just hate her. I don't know why they hate that black woman. You know what I've noticed? The more the Daily Mail hate Meghan, the more they love Kate. It's like, you see it in the paper, Kate can do no wrong. Kate could murder a disabled panda cub. Yeah, climb over some zoo, the whole thing caught on camera, beat the shit out of this tiny, defenseless, wheelchair-bound, 6-month-old cub. The next day, the Daily Mail front page would say, caring Kate gets panda to heaven. Meghan is a whore. The Queen was a great woman. She hung out with Nelson Mandela. What a life she had. Winston Churchill. And then her last royal engagement was meeting Liz Truss. She probably just thought, oh, fuck it. Just gonna lie over there and die. Not meeting her again. No, that's, You know how I found out the Queen died? I was sad and I thought I'd be. How I found out? Instagram. CrossFit UK immediately posted a Queen Elizabeth II tribute workout. What the fuck? They recommended that rest periods out of respect be taken in silence. I mean, there was the way the companies responded was just weird, wasn't it? After Queen, every company, these massive multi-million-pound companies were all like desperate to show us how they had feelings. So basically carried on buying their shit, basically. I mean, Sainsbury's on their app, everyone at Sainsbury's deeply affected by the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Now 2-for-1 on rice puddings. Like every company. I go, on the way, I was driving to Scotland the other week, I go past a logistics lorry, right? And it had a big picture of the Queen in the back. It said, "Thank you for your service, Mom." Like she was one of their drivers. Every company, that companies that have nothing to do with the Queen. Anne Summers released a statement. Anne Summers. I don't remember the Queen. You know, I don't. Oh, Nicholas Winchell stood outside Balmoral. The Queen inside, relaxing in crotchless panties. I go onto the Anne Summers website a couple of days after the Queen died. The whole website was turned black, and they had a statement occupying the entire screen. I'm trying to knock one out. John Lewis were grief matching. They said if you see a sadder statement from another company, we will match their sadness. At least she no longer has to deal with her fucked up family, right? That must be a relief. No longer has to deal with Harry or Andrew. She was in charge of that family. That's why Harry and Andrew are allowed to wear military uniform at a funeral. Do you remember that? That was her punishment. You know, Harry or Andrew because he slept with children, and Harry because he turned into a moany twat. I'd love to have seen the Queen disciplining Andrew. You know, to see her there. Would have had to summon him. Andrew! He lives in the attic in Buckingham House. He sat there on his little bunk bed, in his pyjamas with his teddy bears, furiously scrolling through TikTok. Masturbating. Just telling you what he's doing.
What do you want, Mummy? I'm busy! What needs you to come down immediately? Oh, so annoying!
Stormed down the stairs at Buckingham Palace. Whoa! Past all the tourists. Whoa! Past all the signs. Do not leave children unattended. What do you want, Mummy? I'm busy. I've still got screen time left. Andrew, I've been told you've been sleeping with underage girls.
What? That's not true! What? I don't... Mummy, did Charles tell you that? He hates me! It wasn't me! I can't sweat!
Andrew, that makes no sense whatsoever. I love you, my dear, but I need to punish you severely. From now on, you are never to be allowed to dress up as a pretend soldier.
That's so unfair!
Andrew! Poof kicked a corgi. Moses, such a weird dog.
Mummy, I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but I'm an undercover police officer.
So the Queen never met Zelensky. That was her next royal engagement. Never happened. I think that's a shame, because I think he's like one of the great leaders in the world at the moment, isn't he? He's brave, he's charismatic, handsome. Oh, fuck him. You know what, I wouldn't at the moment, because he's so busy and he's doing great work and he's back to back and I'd get in the way and I'd slow him down. I'd feel guilty about it. I wouldn't fuck him at the moment. And you know what, I could nosh him off while he's addressing the UN. Keep everything taken over, you know? And that is why I appeal to all nations here to please give Ukraine more long-range weapons. Oh, I'm good. Me and Zelensky are very similar people, which is pretty cool. Okay, we're both comedians. No? Yeah. Well, he's now, leading his country in a war against Russia. So, sounds like someone couldn't handle the comedy circuit. We are both the identical height, both 6'2". This is a very high table. We're both Jewish. I think his mum's probably a little less disappointed than mine. We both stand up to forces of darkness. Magnus, yeah? He's fighting Putin. I prank Simon Cowell. You know what? I'd love to prank Putin, actually. I would. I think you'll have a great sense of humour, don't you? Yeah? You've got me, Brodkin, pretending to be the male escort. I ordered. Brilliant. Now, please, you must join me for some Russian hospitality, some special tea and some perfume from Salisbury, please. What happened to Putin? He lost it, didn't he? He's just gone mad. I mean, he clearly had a tough lockdown, didn't he? You know, someone's banana bread didn't turn out right. We all struggled, didn't we? We didn't start attacking our neighbours. Chill out. You know, I live next to an 87-year-old lady, yeah. Really sweet lady. Chat to her most days during lockdown. Could have easily killed her. But I did a shopping for her. Which, yeah, every week I did a shopping, which I loved. Well, toward the end I resented, no, she had a vaccine 3 months before I did. She should have been going to the shops for me. Yeah, she has a mobility scooter with a basket. It's like, not a hard one. Let's go. But no, really lovely woman. I need to check up on her because I've been thinking that I haven't knocked on in weeks and I need to knock on and I've been doing it all the time and I feel bad about it. She'll be alright. She get a lot of milk delivered at the moment. Do you remember when Putin promised the whole thing will be finished in a week and now over a year later and it's just a mess, isn't it? He reminds me of the guy who did my kitchen. Just full of shit, isn't it? Everything's a lie, isn't it? No, all Ukrainians are Nazis. Yes, no, it's a special military operation, it's not a war. No, I'm only sending troops to Ukraine to raise awareness of dyslexia. You can't believe anything he says, Ken. The accent doesn't help. The Russian accent is dodgy, isn't it? Well, I can't believe anything said in the Russian accent. I don't think Shaggy would have got away with it if he was Russian. It was not me. So you know he was a comedian. Zelensky was a comedian. Check out his stuff. It's still up on YouTube. I was watching one of his clips today actually, and it's from his live show. He goes behind a grand piano, and he pulls his trousers down, and then he pretends to play the piano with his dick. Yeah, I think a career move is probably the right thing for him. Right? Like a man playing the piano with his dick. We're a little more woke now, you know what I mean? We've got women playing the piano with their dicks. I once played the piano with my dick. Awkward is what I would say. King's Cross Station, So yeah, Zelensky, he went from comedian to politician, and that's a risky move. And he's doing great, isn't he? He's on telly like way more than he used to be. It's going great for him. He's on all the shows. He's everything. He hasn't done Celebrity Pointless though, has he? Yes, unlike someone I know. 1-0 Brodkin, I would say. Yeah, I did Celebrity Pointless. Hasn't been shown yet, but recorded it a few weeks ago. They phoned me the night before to invite me on, which was pretty cool. Apparently they book all their first choice celebrities the night before. Yeah, old Zelensky, he's on a lot of shows, hasn't he? He's on the Newsnight, he hasn't done Let's Dance for comic relief, has he? Yeah. 2-0 Brodkin, I would say. Do you remember Let's Dance for comic relief? They got comedians to do a dance routine to end poverty in Africa. We actually didn't manage to do it, but bloody well tried. I really did. I danced to Wham's Club Tropicana. Someone suggested I do it with my top off. That person was me. It was actually before I started going to the gym, so I just looked like a child, which at the time was very welcome at the BBC. I go to the gym a lot now, you know. I think I'm addicted to the gym. Even if I don't want to go, I still go, otherwise I feel shit. It's cool when I'm there, everyone at the gym, it's like camaraderie, everyone's into the same thing at my gym, ourselves. Yeah, there's a lot of mirror looking at my gym. It's like about 1 minute of warming up and about 90 minutes of looking in the mirror. Some people are shameless mirror lookers at my gym. See them at the squat rack, it's like, man, I don't like people looking at me, looking at myself. I try and catch myself on the turn, you know, oh. I bet Zelensky hasn't been interviewed to go on I'm a Celebrity either, has he? 3-0 Brodkin. I didn't do the show. I got interviewed to go on I'm a Celebrity, not this season, the season before. I didn't do it, obviously. One, I really wasn't sure if it was the right thing for me, you know. Also they turned me down. Yeah, they said not enough people know my name. Imagine not being famous enough for I'm a Celebrity. Season 21 in Wales. This is a show famous about an absolute nobodies on, right? This is a show, probably look at next year's lineup and there'll be some bloke on it famous for, you know, opening the fire door, ensuring... Not enough people know who I am. I've been the front page of every newspaper, chucking money over Sepp Blatter, pretending I was part of the England team, boarding the plane to the World Cup, renaming Philip Green's yacht the BHS Destroyer, rapping on stage with Kanye West at Glastonbury. He wasn't a fan. When Donald Trump opened his golf course, I threw hundreds of swastika and blazing golf balls at him from Kanye West. Yet every time they mention me on the news, they call me an anonymous prankster. I'm not Banksy, like, I want people to know my name. People don't know my name. People come up to me on the street all the time, mate, massive fan of yours, just want to say, what's your name? I'll say, oh mate, it's Simon Brodkin. And they'll say, no, that's not it. Amazon recently put out a whole drama series all about corruption in world football, right? They got actors to recreate my entire Sepp Blatter stunt. I didn't get the part of me. I just want to be on television. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll play any instrument with my dick. I will strum a harp. I'll whack a glockenspiel. I'll give the flute a go. I just want to be on television. Tell me there's a TV producer. There's no TV producer here, so... Ah! Okay, I'm gonna carry on with the show, but this is just like a charity thing for me now. I'm doing well on social media though, right? Check this out. YouTube, okay? More popular than Zelensky, right? His most popular clip on YouTube, Zelensky, which is for deck piano stuff actually, 9.6 million views. A lot of them are me. My most popular clip on YouTube, when I prank Britain's Got Talent, pretend to be an ultra-orthodox Hasidic gangster rapping rapper. 9.7 million views, get in, easy win, no problem, and I didn't need to get my dick out. Okay? I got it out, but I didn't need to get it out. So he still posts on his YouTube channel now, Zelensky. He doesn't do comedy, he does like a weekly war address to the nation. And that doesn't get many views, but he's plugging away, good for him. Really low numbers. If he was to ask me how to boost the numbers, because I'm kind of smashing it, I'd say Z, bro. I'd say, get the piano out. I love that shit, just do it. You know? Good evening, this is your president. We have made good progress in the south. Right? I'm subscribing to that, no problem. You know, I got 4 yeses for my Britain's Got Talent prank. 4 yeses. The judges loved it. Loved it. Simon Cowell sound the next Eminem. Loved it. Then you know what happens? I'm on stage, about to go on live semi-finals in front of the nation. Ant and Dec, They hadn't noticed it was me. He recognised me. He told the producer, and they pulled the plug on the whole thing. Gutted, right? I don't know how he recognised me. I know they've got very little else to do on that show. I mean, no wonder he was hitting the painkillers. He was bored. But I was in heavy prosthetic disguise as an elderly rabbi, and I'm recognised by the sedated host of I'm a Celebrity, but apparently I'm not famous enough for I'm a Celebrity. You know what? I blame the name Brodkin. It's like a weirdly forgettable name. Right? Honestly, I find out I'm not even meant to be called Brodkin. You know that? My great-grandparents were Russian. I found that out this year. Great time to find out I'm Russian. They weren't called Brodkin, they were called Chernobrodko, but they changed their name because they were escaping the anti-Semitism that was sweeping across Russia in the early 900s, from Chernobrodko to the less Russian-sounding Brodkin, and it saved their lives. But it fucked my chances of season 21. It's an amazing story. So they came here as refugees. They came with nothing. They settled in the slums of Manchester, called Manchester. And they came here just so their son, that's my grandfather, had the chance to survive. Yeah, and he did survive, and he set up a market stall in Manchester, and he worked there 365 days a year, so one day his son, that's my father, could have the chance of a better education. And my dad was the first in the family to go to university. He worked his nuts off to send me to one of the best schools in the UK, so one day I could have the chance to dance to Club Tropicana with my top off for Africa. My dad's so proud of my career. It is like the sweetest thing. Every time he talks about it, he cries. And it is the nice, and I'll go to hug him and he'll push me away and say, I can't look you in the eye because he's so proud of me. You know, every Jewish person has got someone in their family who escaped from somewhere. So my grandparents escaped from Nazi Germany and they moved to London. My sister-in-law's grandparents also escaped from Nazi Germany, but they moved to Scotland, they moved to Glasgow. And I'm not saying Glasgow's like a bad place to live, but 80 years later, they moved back to Germany. Like, I love being Jewish, but the rules are insane. You know, I've got to cut a bit off my son's dick, because my dad cut a bit off mine. I've got to play the piano with this thing. And when you're 13, you have to have a bar mitzvah, which is this coming of age ceremony. If you don't know what bar mitzvah is, okay, every Jewish kid, when you turn 13, you have to go to a local synagogue and fight a Christian kid to the death. Fuck with you. It's a Muslim kid, and it is... We sing a little verse from our holy book. It's called the Torah. You probably know it's the Old Testament, right? All it is actually is the first 5 books of the Christian Bible, plus a couple of extra bits by Dave Baddiel. And then you grow up, and there's a lot of pressure to have children when you're Jewish, especially from the older generation, because there's not many Jews left, you know? And my grandma, she would have loved to have come on my honeymoon to cheer me and my wife on. You know, darling, please follow me. I escaped from Hitler. The least you can do is finish inside your wife. Now, please, Simon, good boy, good, now get some rhythm going. Rhythm. Oh, that was quick, honey. You know, I saw in Boots the other day, they were selling half price morning after pills. Yeah. Who's buying the morning after pill because they're on offer? Yeah, we've missed the sales, babe. Let's just keep the kid. Like, I know you can get them from your GP for free, can't you? How long does it take to see your GP? Yes, we got your first available appointment. Our son is now 4. Yes, we would still like to get rid of him. Go with the man, honey. So, I said to my wife the other day, I said, okay, this weekend me and you, we are going away. Just the 2 of us. I've sorted the whole thing out. And she said, that's really sweet. What's the plan with kids? And I said, oh, fuck. I forgot we had children. Not for the first time. You know what she said to me? I think you should see a psychiatrist. I'm like, what? I'm not seeing a psychiatrist. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with me. Okay, I'm a little screwed up. I know I'm not normal, but there's nothing wrong with me. She says, well, listen, I love you, but you forget things all the time, and you lose things, and you can't concentrate on anything, and you can't relax, you can't sleep, you struggle to start tasks, you struggle to finish tasks. I'll be honest, you're not great in the middle of tasks. I said, well, your hair looks a bit shit. She persuades me to see a psychiatrist, right? And I go to the psychiatrist diagnoses me with ADHD. And actually diagnosed, by the way, not like, a lot of people you meet who are like, oh my God, you've got ADHD. I think I've got a little bit of ADHD. Only mental health people love to self-diagnose, right? Like you never go, oh my God, you're pregnant. I've always thought I'm like a little bit pregnant. I knew nothing about ADHD. Okay, I wanted to ask questions like, do I get free parking? Okay. Will it help me get on I'm a Celebrity? And it explains what ADHD is, how it makes you behave, how it makes you feel. Holy shit, everything about me explained. Apart from my height, he had no leads. It was weird. I find that my personality is basically just a list of symptoms. No one needs to spend time getting to know me anymore. I can just give them an NHS leaflet. It's all in there. My brain's been wired up different my whole life, okay? So brains are like an orchestra. You've got different parts working on different things at the same time towards one common goal, okay? In the ADHD brain, the conductor is pissed. It's a mess in there. Not only that, I don't have enough dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that deals with the brain's pleasure center. I've got a broken bloody pleasure center. So for me to just feel normal, I need to go to the gym every morning. Yeah? I don't want to look this good. And every night I need to get a group of strangers to love me. That's this, by the way, I'm not in car parks. And for me to feel good, I need to do something that gives me a real dopamine rush. That's why I do the pranks. That's why I take drugs. I thought I did the pranks because I was an audacious provocateur, hell-bent on speaking truth to power, like Zelensky. Turns out I'm just low on dopamine. I hope he still lets me nosh him off. You know, ADHD is actually quite serious. Untreated ADHD knocks over 10 years off your life, yeah? It's almost as bad as being born in Scotland. Yeah? Because a broken pleasure centre leads to reckless behaviour. Scientific fact, yeah? Sadly, not yet recognised by the police. Yes, officer, I've just snorted a couple of lines off your van because I have a broken pleasure centre. What's that? I have the right to remain silent. Good luck with that, mate. Prepare yourself for the longest car journey of your life. You know, I used to feel bad for taking drugs, like morally, ethically, yeah? But now I know it wasn't my fault. I have ADHD. Nothing is my fault. I once found myself at an underground transvestite sex party. Nothing says broken pleasure centre like being tugged off by a man called Annabelle. I don't know whether any of you have ever been to a sex party. I obviously recognise a couple of you. Not as sexy as I thought, I'll be honest. I hardly even drunk that night because I learned a valuable lesson. So feeling another man's willy, just occasionally just seriously affects how long you're willing to wait to get served at the bar. Most women know that already. No one treats ADHD seriously, do it? No one. My mate texted me the other day. He said, you really pissed me off tonight. You turned up late and he didn't stop talking. I can't help that. I mean, you wouldn't tell someone with no legs, your lack of movement's getting on my tits. It's the name, isn't it? ADHD. It's meaningless. They need to change the name and make it sound like what it actually feels like to have, you know? Mrs. Brodkin, we've got the results back from your son, and as we suspected, he has clusterfuck mind disease. Is there anything we can do for your boy? Well, imagine the brain of a baby chimpanzee that gets vigorously shaken and then dipped in shit and placed inside your son's skull. Now, with the right treatment, I feel confident we can get him to that level. I go home, after the psychiatrist told my wife I have ADHD, I felt like I was coming out as gay. She says, Simon, we've known for years. Yeah, I know what you're like, and I'm cool with it. Now, if you just pop your clothes back on and untie them. You know, my wife is a better person than me, you know, in every way. I think if I really loved her, I would set her up with someone else. I mean, she says she's happy. I ask her all the time, but she's been with me for so many years, she doesn't know what else is out there. There's better, you know, she's like a gazelle in a safari park. I need to take her back to her natural habitat. You know, I need to take her to where she'd be happiest under the Tate Modern. I don't know what she likes, I've never asked. And we'd drive down there and I'd open her car door and I'd say, off you go. That's it, that's where you belong, you go. And she'd take a couple of tentative steps. And then she'd gallop away. And I'd come back a couple of weeks later, with binoculars, she wouldn't see me, and I'd see her there, arm in arm, walking through the gallery, with a human rights lawyer called Xavier. He reads things like books, and thinks of things like other people. And has never been tugged off by a man called Annabelle. He says things to her like, how was your day, honey? And doesn't fart when she answers. I'd say, can you smell that? I bet you can. Came closer than it was a cracker. He cooks her every night, cooks a meal every night. The food he's bought from his local independent shop. He cycles there, even though his legs are sore from the fun run he's done at the weekend, to raise awareness of dyslexia. He gets out his bag for life, the only one he's ever bought. He's not one of those people who forgets his bag for life every time we go shopping. So he just has a cupboard full of fucking expensive bags for the afternoon. He massages her with candles a few times a week, not just a couple of times when he did something he felt well guilty about. And before they sleep, he spoons her in bed so she feels safe, not just to feel her tits. And if he does get aroused, doesn't poke her in the back with it, shouting, contenders ready, gladiators ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Simon Brodkin. Give him the joy.
Thank you, Troy. You are the best. Good night.
The clapping was about to stop. I had to fucking run out. It's the worst. Yeah, anyone can get an encore where everyone claps, but can you get an encore where people just stop clapping, just start leaving the theatre? Yeah, try getting that encore. Thank you for coming. I know, I feel like we did peak in the first half. I felt that. I felt your loss as well, because that should have been the encore. I know that, but we had to just work with what we had. And thank you to all the staff, all 7 members of staff who tried closing that door for minutes. And I listened to a recording in the interval, and it was amazing the second time around. I'm going to release the DVD of that door. Just that, there's just one camera on that door, and there were So listen, thank you for coming because this is a great theatre. This is an amazing place, and you're always a lovely bunch. And I've been here. This is the third show I've done it for. I don't know how many shows, but you're always a bloody bunch of legends. So I want to say thank you from me to you for always making it fun for me this evening. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming to the shows. If you've been fans since back in the day, then you've been quality. So thank you. And yeah. And if you want to take a photo, because I can see a couple of you took photos, if you want to take a photo, 100%, take a photo, get your cameras out, love to spread the word about the show, because just had 40 extra shows all over the UK, obviously not coming here again, but... yeah, get up, compose, yeah. Look, you see him, the pencil, I can hold the pencil, but he doesn't have any on him because he's the shittest pencil salesman that's ever existed. Yeah, and if you can, if you do take a photo and put it on social media, please can you say you saw me in the Chorley Arena? Is that okay? What a shitty year the world's had, you know? I think the one good thing to come out of this year is we now know the Russian army are shit. Yeah, because I was worried about them, I don't know about you, but then I've seen them in action. One of their units ran out of petrol, didn't it? Did you see that? And no one didn't bring enough food for their soldiers. They had to just turn around and come back. They're a shambles. I know they've got nuclear weapons. I bet they've lost the codes. Oh shit, sir. It says we have one more guess. Then we're locked out for an hour. You know what, I'm worried Russia invading Ukraine is giving the Scots some ideas. And they're now looking over the border thinking, you know what, we can fucking take them. They probably could, couldn't they? Especially the south of England. How long do you take the Scots to defeat Cambridge? Yeah, come on, guys, please, stop it! Get off the grass! Luckily, our hardest people live closest to the border, don't they? Why don't we put Newcastle up there? Yeah, to slow the Scots down. Give us Southerners a chance to pack. Grab the peloton, darling, they're coming! I think the more you have, the less you want to fight. Take the Scots, poorest community in the UK. I haven't checked, but that sounds right. Who are the best regiments in the British Army? Scottish ones, isn't it? Because they've got nothing to live for. Their life expectancy goes up during war. Suddenly you're leaving us in Dunfermline, going to Afghanistan. Yeah? You lucky bastard. Ukrainians are the hardest, aren't they? Thank God. They could lose everything, you know? I was watching this Ukrainian woman, sweet-looking woman. She's being interviewed on the news. She says, when war started, I joined a battalion called Fuck Off Russian Pigs. And kill hundreds and shit on their dead, shitty bodies. When war finished, I go back to primary school teaching. You know what? Some English are hard, we don't appreciate them. But if Russia was to invade, I want Millwall away fans guarding our borders. I want them lined up on the cliffs of Dover, shirts off, arms stretched out, shouting at the Russian Navy. Oh, the fucking hell are you? Vladimir Putin is a wanker, he's a wanker. Come on in, let's have it! Oh, you shot me, have you? Cheeky rascal, nothing little bit of Charlie can't sort. So let's not arrest too many of them, alright? Because today's hooligans are tomorrow's heroes. Churchill was hard, actually. Don't think it was hard, because he's posh. We'll fight him in the fields, we'll fight him in the streets, we'll never surrender. Exactly what a coked up rural fan would say. You know, a year ago, I didn't know who I was, basically. A year ago, I thought I was this self-obsessed, attention-seeking, fame-hungry, drug-taking scrub. How wrong could I have been, you know? I now know that I'm actually a self-obsessed, attention-seeking, fame-hungry, drug-taking Russian. with ADHD. A year ago, though, Zelensky didn't know he was, did he? A year ago, Zelensky, he thought he was the funny guy who accidentally got into politics. We all now know, as he does, he's one of the bravest military leaders the Europe's had, I don't know how many years, and I've no doubt one day Putin will face justice and will be taken to court, and the whole world will be watching. That's when I'm going to prank him. Just before the final verdict, I'm going to wheel in a grand piano. Zelensky's going to be walking behind me. We're going to whip our trousers down. He's going to pass me a fruit, and we are going to bash out Club Tropicana. Yes. Be all over the news. I know exactly how that will be reported. Incredible scenes at the International Criminal Court today as a trouserless President Zelensky was joined by an anonymous prankster. I've been Simon Brodkin, remember the name? Thank you for coming.